Hi, folks. Welcome to Crisco's Corner. Welcome back. And those of you that are new, welcome. From Fox News, Senator Schumer, Adam Schiff, other liberals blame Monterey Park shooting on bigotry before facts come out. Yeah, they're getting political gain out of the people's death. These people suck. They are so bad. Let's read on some of the other reactions. Chuck Schumer says, I'm heartbroken by the news of the shooting. Well, who wouldn't be? 10 innocent people are dead. I'm praying for the victims, their family, the first responders. We must stand up to bigotry and hate whenever they rear their ugly heads. And we must keep working to stop gun violence. In the state, I live in upstate New York, so my state's just as bad. California is the most restrictive gun use in the country. You see how that stopped this? Think for a moment if anybody in that crowd had a concealed carry permit. It would have been much different. This individual, and I'll show who he is later in the video here, went to another location a half an hour later, pulled out the gun and was going to shoot a bunch of people. But some people in the crowd grabbed him. He dropped the gun and he escaped. But if somebody had a concealed carry permit, this would have ended a lot differently. Oh, and here's one of our annual favorites, Adam Schiff. Some people call him Bull Schiff. 10 dead in Monterey. I am sickened. Yeah, he wants to run for the U.S. Senate out of California. A horrific example of needless gun violence. Of course it's a horrific example. With bigotry towards AAPI individuals as a possible motive. And you're going to see, after they run their mouths, you're going to see who the suspected gunman was. We never quit demanding real action on gun safety in the most restrictive state for guns in the country. It's amazing to me. Yeah, many on Twitter users condemn the violence, punctuating their tweets with "Stop Asian Hate." Heart is broken heavy for the victims and their loved ones. Lunar New Year is a time of togetherness, celebration, and joy. This tragedy is beyond hate. We're broken as a nation to have mass shootings and white supremacy reign terror. Yeah, white supremacy. Okay. Authorities said Sunday they know the suspect's name but declined to release it. Now, we're going to go to the updated story. They know who the shooter was and they have him. They have caught him. California police identified gunman in Monterey attack that killed 10 people, injured 10 others in mass shooting. Authorities say the motive remains unclear and the investigation is ongoing. And here you go, folks. Here's the shooter. Such Asian hate. You know what? How do these pieces of I'm trying to hold my temper here. Does it look like a white supremacist to you? Does it? They found him in a white van. They surrounded the van, took their time going in because they were afraid, of course. And my understanding is he was found dead in the driver's seat, slumped over the wheel, that he had killed himself. Los Angeles Sheriff Robert Luna identified the suspect as a 72-year-old Hugh Contreras. Identification came hours after the suspect shot and killed himself on a white van in Torrance, about 30 minutes from the shooting location in Monterey Park. Authorities said it was the same van the suspect had used to flee Saturday night shooting. Law enforcement officials surrounded the van with tactical vehicles and bomb squad earlier Sunday morning before entering the vehicle. Luna said several pieces of evidence, including a handgun, were found inside the van, linking the suspect to the shooting scene. There's a picture of the white van there with tactical vehicles on both ends of the van. So, of course, in case he's in there, he couldn't escape, but he was dead. Luna said no other suspects are at large and there is no longer a threat. Authorities have not provided a motive, saying the investigation is ongoing. Now, in another story, it said it started over a domestic dispute. Don't know what that domestic dispute is about. 7 people remain hospitalized. Did not have the exact age of the victim, said they appear to be over 50. It's probably an older group. I still have questions in my mind, which is, what was the motive for the shooter? Did he have a mental illness? Was there a domestic violence abuse? Did he get these guns through legal means or not? Who spoke alongside Luna at Saturday evening's press conference outside Monterey Park City Hall. Now, the fact of the matter is she's probably hoping that the individual, the shooter, got his gun legally. To get a gun legally, a handgun in California, you have to jump through a tremendous amount of hoops. So my gut tells me this guy was as straight arrow as he could possibly get to get a gun license in California, or number two, which is more likely, it was illegal. Luna said the shooting at the Star Ballroom Dance Studio in Monterey left 5 women and 5 men dead. And then 20 to 30 minutes later, a man with a gun entered the Lele Ballroom in nearby Alhambra. The suspect entered the club with a gun, and people wrestled the weapon away from him before he fled. Now, in the first instance, let's say one of those people had a concealed carry permit. Bang, you're gone. Now, he might have taken a couple of people with him, but he wouldn't have put the other people in danger, and they acted quickly to get the gun from him. Good for them. Good for them. There's a picture of the scene with the tape. It explains about Monterey. It's composed mostly of Asian immigrants, this Monterey Park, from China or first-generation Asian Americans. The shooting happened in the heart of its downtown, where red lanterns decorated the streets for the Lunar New Year festivals. Yeah. Happy Year of the Rabbit. I guess it's the Year of the Rabbit. The celebration in Monterey Park is one of California's largest. 2 days of festivals, which have been attended by as many as 100,000 people in the past years, were planned. But officials canceled Sunday's events following the shooting. And it goes on. It's also dotted with strip malls and small businesses where both English and Chinese. It's a heavy Chinese area. We get it. So there he is, folks. There is the white supremacist that everybody's screaming about. Stop Asian hate on Twitter, hashtag. Chuck Schumer is outraged at the bigotry and the white supremacy and blah, 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 blah. These guys sound like the adults in Charlie Brown. Wah, 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 wah. I feel badly and pray for the families of those 10 people that got killed, honestly. This guy, he's going to go to a special place. A real special place. Just murdering 10 people like that and then trying to murder some more. He saved the state of California a lot of grief and misery by shooting himself. Maybe he was mentally ill. Maybe he wasn't. It's not for me to say. But I will say this again. When he started opening fire on those people and 10 got killed and many wounded, if one person had a concealed carry permit, the outcome would have been much, much different. And I don't care what progressive Democrat lefty says otherwise. The facts are the facts. Until next time, goodbye and good luck.